Welcome to the Trump White House. For English, press 1. For English, press 2. For English, press 3.
Okay, God, stand by. The president is on the line from the White House.
Yeah,
Let's just make him wait.
Uh-huh.
Just a little longer. And we're rolling.
Canada curious? Of course you are. This is Yes We Canada, the Progressive's Guide to Getting the Fuck Out. This episode is called Face the Heavens, God Interviews Trump.
Today on the pod, an on-the-record, one-on-one exclusive with the sitting president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and me, God of the universe. President Trump, thank you for making the time.
Thank you very much.
I'll cut to the chase. I'm going to play a clip, and I want to know what you think.
I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound.
Well, I decided to do some due diligence on this question. Will you, Donald J. Trump, get into heaven? Let me see here. I got some papers that I've collected. Okay. No, I don't think. Okay. Getting into heaven for you, no, not as such.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
But I am the God of hope. There is always a chance you could turn this around. Up here in heaven, we call it redemption. So today, I'm going to administer the 7 deadly sins redemption test.
Is it hard?
It's like a budget version of the Rorschach test. You have the undying support of the evangelicals and the Christian nationalists.
Well, thank you very much.
I am told the 7 deadly sins are the most profound beliefs and values of the MAGA movement. So I expect you, Donald J. Trump, to ace this test.
I understand things. I comprehend very well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Better than, I think, almost anybody. You're a magnificent man, and it's an honor to be with you.
Technically, I'm not a man, but whatever. Okay, let's try and stay focused. Renting the studio is costing me a fortune. The way this works is, I read you a sin, then you tell me where you stand.
Okay.
Now, I couldn't find the sins on the original stone tablets, but I did find them on Wikipedia. Are you ready?
Right now, I think I'm sharper than I was 25 years ago, but who the hell does?
Okay, let's do this. The first one is pride. Sometimes I call it vanity. These days, I think the kids call it riz. Here goes. An excessive belief in one's own abilities or self-importance, interfering with the individual's recognition of grace or dependence on God. That's me.
I know more about wind than you do.
Okay, that's a fail. With all due respect, do you ever wonder if by some slight chance you are wrong?
No.
Do you ever reflect on what you might not know?
What a stupid question that is to be asking.
You know, leftover known unknowns from the Bush era. Do you have any humility?
I'd like to be Pope.
Good luck with that. And of course, you do realize that if you are the Pope, you don't get so much to grab them by the pussy. Thank you, Pi. Good catch. I appreciate that. Okay, the next one is wrath or anger. Uncontrolled feelings of hatred, rage, and vengeance that are destructive and lash out in place of righteous justice. Where do you stand on wrath?
I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
From your lips to God's ears, that's my ears, you putz. You're making me very wrathy. Next up, envy. Resentment of others' blessings, successes, or possessions, desiring them for oneself. There are lots of reports in the media these days that you have developed an Obama envy complex.
Fake news.
Okay, but I can see how it's only human. He actually created Obamacare. You haven't been able to table a health care bill that can become a law in 10 years. He's younger, he speaks in intelligible phrases, he looks great in a suit, his polls are bigger than yours, and he won the Nobel Peace Prize.
I can't think of anybody in history that should get the Nobel Prize more than me, and I don't want to be bragging, but nobody else settled wars. Obama got the Nobel Prize. He had no idea why. He still has no idea. He walks around, he says, I got the Nobel Prize. Why did he get a Nobel Prize? He got it almost immediately upon attaining office, and he didn't do anything, and he was a bad president.
So correct me if I'm wrong. You have a Nobel, but you have not won a Nobel.
I look forward to having you in the White House. We'll celebrate together.
That's not going to happen. Son, may I ask you, are you okay? Because you're vibing a little, up your own ass.
Just over 1 year ago, under the radical left Democrats, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world.
Son, the people are hurting. Folks want kitchen table solutions, and you're building $400 million ballrooms.
Yeah.
You're giving the village people honors at the Kennedy Center. Personally, I'm going to wait for the congressional sign-off on the name change before I utter it here. And now you are closing the Kennedy Center because after the name changed to include your name, none of the artists wanted to play there anymore. Is that correct? Do I have that right?
It was pretty amazing. Nobody's seen anything like it.
I am God, not a psychologist, but I think, if I can just say, I think the condition is you have reverse Midas touch. Trump Air, Trump University, Trump Steaks, Trump Water, Trump Toilet Water.
It's my blood. I'm smart. Great marks, like really smart.
You bankrupted a casino. How do you bankrupt a casino? I don't understand it.
It's not the question that I mind, it's your attitude. It's the way you ask these questions. You start off with a man who's highly respected, asking him a horrible, insubordinate, and just a terrible question. And you could even ask that same exact question nicely.
Well, you are not the first person I've pissed off, but God love me. I might suggest that you rethink your usage of the word insubordination when you were talking about me.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I want to stay with envy for one more minute, because there is the small matter of the airplane that you were gifted from Carter. You see, I live in the sky. In fact, some people even call me Sky Daddy. And because of that, I think a lot about airplanes. Oh boy, here comes Delta Flight 109. I better get out of the way. I gotta do a lot of dodging, a lot of bobbing, a lot of weaving. I'm like an NFL linebacker up here. So I understand airplanes, but I can't understand why you would accept the gift of a $400 million jet to replace Air Force One from the government of Carter.
I don't think there'll be anything like it in the world, actually.
So let me make sure I got this right. The Qatari plane has to be modified to be up to the safety standards of Air Force One. The cost of that modification is from $500 million to $1 billion. And it will be ready in 2028, which is the end of your term.
People are asking me to run for a third term. I don't know. I never looked into it.
Not if I have anything to do with it. And then, after being in the air for less than a year, the plane will be decommissioned at the cost of $1 million and donated by the American people to your library. This while you are cutting SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits, food for poor people and their children. I think we need a recalibration here. And also, your library? I didn't know you were a big reader. Okay, next up, greed. Let me see here. Greed. That's a good one. Greed or avarice, an intense and insatiable desire for material wealth, possessions, or power. Mr. President, does the shoe fit?
We are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not.
Please continue.
What I'd like to see, Canada become our 51st state.
Again, sir, Canadians, you have a problem with Canadians? No one has a problem with Canadians.
I got every single question right.
Okay, clearly not. Moving on. One of my favorite sins, sloth. According to Wiki, not merely laziness, but a deeper spiritual apathy or idleness, a refusal to pursue what is good and necessary, leading to neglect of responsibilities. Do you suffer from sloth?
The answer is no.
And now, the seventh sin, gluttony. Overindulgence in food, drink, or anything to excess, representing a lack of self-control. ICE is killing American citizens in the street. You are locking up 5-year-olds. Your own voters can't afford their groceries or their health insurance. There are wars in the Middle East and Ukraine and Africa, and 1 year into your term, you have spent 22% of your time at golf clubs. I can't decide, is this gluttony, is this greed, or is this sloth? It's a multiple choice.
I'd like to be Pope.
Oh, for God's sakes, I thought we'd been through that already. Pi, tabulate the results. This is not looking good. I'm by no means impartial here, but I think you stand a better chance of getting a standing ovation from Democrats at your State of the Union speech than you do getting into heaven. Don't get me wrong, you have done some wonderful things. For example, I approved of you giving the farmers a $12 billion subsidy. But one must ask, if one is God, thank you, Pi, the guy knows my brand very well, one must ask, why did the farmers need the American taxpayers to bail them out? Well, because the Commander-in-Chief, Donald J. Trump, imposed massive tariffs on China. And the Chinese, which are the biggest customer the American farmer has ever had, said, "Gandan," which is fuck off in Mandarin. Yes, of course I speak Mandarin. Again, I will say you have done some impressive things. By way of example, I approved of your 1776 tax-free bonus to American military service members. But really, did you have to call it a warrior bonus? And more importantly, where did you find the money to pay for your bonus? Well, you found the money by cutting Medicare, which many vets rely on when they don't qualify for Veterans Administration services, which is why they call you Modus, moron of the United States, on the Yes We Canada podcast, which you're listening to right now, a very fine podcast that everyone should subscribe to for $3 a month. Cancel anytime you want. Just go to yeswecanada.buzzsprout.com, hit the support button. Thank God, that's me. Okay. Why don't you give me one of those nice thunders, Pi, like a palate-cleansing thunder? Ah, very nice, thank you. I'm a little confused. I mean, you have been now in power for 14 months. Can you explain to me how you pardon the former president of Honduras, who was convicted by an American jury of trafficking 360 tons of cocaine into the United States? And then, a few weeks later, you storm Venezuela and kidnap the illegitimate president Nicky Maduro and claim he is a dangerous narco-terrorist. Can you tell me how it is you're calling for democracy in Iran while you're allowing ICE to shoot mothers in the face in Minneapolis? I'm God, and even I can't understand your logic.
And we'll see what happens. I can't tell you what's going to happen.
You see, my son, truth is essential for integrity, spiritual freedom, and divine approval. Divine, that's me. Look at Proverbs 12:22. The Lord detests lying lips, but delights in people who are trustworthy. I delight. Are you trustworthy?
A friend of mine who's really smart said, you've got to be the most honest guy in history.
Okay, a regular tourist visit, a day of love. Now we're going to roll verbatim a section of the official White House website that addresses, for once and for all, from the perspective of Donald J. Trump, the events of January 6th, 2021. Now remember, we are looking for truthfulness here. despite relentless deep state efforts to imprison, bankrupt, and assassinate him, all designed to sabotage his political comeback through fabricated indictments, invasive raids, and rigged show trials, President Trump emerges triumphant. Fueled by unbreakable resolve, the fierce loyalty of his courageous family, team, and patriotic Americans, and God's unmistakable grace. He delivers a landslide 2024 victory and reclaims the White House in the greatest comeback in American history.
I aced. I got every question right.
Frankly, I question your honesty. I question your integrity. I question your intelligence.
I'm smarter than anybody. We're the hottest country in the world right now. I think you'd admit that. The hottest country. We're the hottest country in the world
Please
right
make
now.
him stop. Make him stop.
The hottest
Make
country.
him
We're the
stop.
hottest country in the world
Okay.
right now. I think you'd admit that. The hottest country. We're the hottest
Fried
country in the
chicken
world
here.
right now.
Who wants fried chicken?
We're the hottest country in the world.
God. They're pulling him. The White House is demanding we rap.
Clearly, these people have not read the Pledge of Allegiance, where it says, one nation under God. Under God. That's me. This makes me very wrathy.
I wish you could explain to me what the hell's going on.
Mr. President, apparently your office is telling me to rap.
God is very proud of the job I've done.
As you politicians love to say, let me be very clear. I am not proud of you. In fact, I am disgusted by you. I am ashamed of you. Okay, that was the President of the United States. And right now, I want to bring in our panel.
Okay, let me set up some mics here. I didn't know we had a panel today.
Pi, I'm God. I'm the panel.
This has been the Yes We Canada podcast. Our sound designer and head engineer is Pi Salen Cutler. The theme was written by Doug Wild and Matt Simbal and performed by Manteca. Contributing writers on this episode were Lorraine Segato and Lynn Tremblay. God would like to thank Mel Brooks. My name is Lisa Evans, and I'm your announcer. Please consider supporting our independent podcast, Yes We Canada, by subscribing for as little as $3 a month. Go to yeswecanada.buzzsprout.com and hit the support button. You can cancel anytime. Thanks for listening. Until next time.